All right, let's get you situated. I wonder if I should put like a dragon in the thumbnail for this video. That'd be pretty cool, right? Would it be cool? Would it be tacky? What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Varsity Overland channel. In today's video, I've actually put together a very simple, easy, not challenging route that I traveled through Connecticut from southeast to northwest. I guess technically you could do it in reverse as well, but there is a campground that I'm going to mention at the very end. So yeah, I put together this route just to kind of like come up with something that you could do in Connecticut. Not super challenging, not technical. I am going to use the truck, but it's definitely not technical. There will be one or two spots that I'll point out where it could get technical if you really wanted to challenge yourself. But I'm going to share all the locations, and the whole purpose of the video is, like the thumbnail says, it's a castle quest. There are a couple locations here in Connecticut that kind of scratch that medieval itch, I guess you could say. I am going to cheat with one of the locations. The location at the very end is actually one location I visited in a previous Connecticut video. So I'm going to actually just use that footage, but it looks too much like a castle not to use it in this video, right? So I'll give you the locations of all three castles. There's actually going to be some really cool in-between sections. We're going to ride a ferry. We're going to take a drive through a state forest. That's where some of the technical stuff could pop up if you wanted to. But yeah, I just figured this would be a nice little exploration of my home state. I've been getting a lot of positive feedback about exploring Connecticut from my previous Connecticut-based videos. Who's this going to be for? This is going to be for somebody that maybe is passing through Connecticut and just kind of thinks like, well, what do I do when I'm here? Or maybe you are someone who lives here and you want to take like a day trip with the kids, show them some castles. That'd be pretty cool. You could turn it into like a dragon slaying medieval themed thing. Or you're like me, you know, a 35-year-old adult that just likes castles. So without further ado, let's get to those castles. The first stop on my list is Gillette Castle State Park. With dozens of hiking trails, numerous picnic shelters, and a beautiful view of the Connecticut River, this area can be a great place to stop for lunch or spend the whole day here exploring. It is also the largest and probably most iconic castle that we'll see on the list today. About a 5-minute drive down the street from the state park is the Chester-Hadlime Ferry. A cheap $5 fee can be paid in person or on the Connecticut Transportation website in order to ride the ferry to the other side of the river. And in my opinion, it's totally worth it. The next location along my route is the Cockaponset State Forest, located in Chester, Connecticut. Most of the forest roads around this area are well-maintained gravel or dirt tracks. But if you're looking for a little bit more of a challenge, there are a few trails that have been blazed through the woods that eventually loop back to the main roads. In fact, when I first bought my truck 4 years ago, this is the location I was able to cut my teeth on a little off-road driving. Just remember that whatever you do, you must stay on trail and respect the laws of the area. However, if you just prefer a scenic drive through the woods with dense forest and beautiful ponds, this forest has plenty of that as well. From there, I made my way north to a scenic overlook called Castle Craig in Meriden, Connecticut. The popular Hubbard Park at the base of the mountain could be a great place to stop for a picnic before navigating the 10-minute drive to the castle overlook. The paved road passes some beautiful bodies of water, and I found the castle very easy to get to. And unlike Gillette's castle, where you need a tour guide to go inside, the public is free to climb the stairs to the top of this tower. Our final stop today is the Barkhamsted Reservoir, located in Barkhamsted, Connecticut. Although the reservoir facility is not an actual castle, nor can you go inside, it looks too iconic not to include in this list. In fact, the footage I captured on my 360 camera definitely reminds me of something I'd see in a Legend of Zelda video game. The reservoir is massive, and if you're into fishing, there are several locations where you can gain access down to the water. To the east is Enders State Forest, a popular hiking destination with multiple waterfalls. And to the west is People State Forest, which provides numerous trails to drive through the woods and several picnic shelters to stop for lunch along the way. If at the end of your castle adventure you find yourself far from home, there is also the Austin Hawes campground you can use in that area to stop for the night. Alright people, well that's going to be it for this video. Leave a comment down below if you know of any other Connecticut-based castles or castle-like structures that I could add to this list. I appreciate you watching, thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you on the next adventure. Peace people!